Okay, let's see if this works right now. Well, the title's Hardcore Media. Uh, my reaction to what's going to be a lot of what Donald Trump has to say, stuff that I do agree with and don't agree with him. I did vote for him, but I know there's some stuff that I go against him on as well. I vote for Democrats as well. I got Osmond Gold on here. There are things I do agree with him on. There are things I don't agree with him on. But he's on here, and I can't always go through and find all his Trump speeches because honestly, I have thousands of tabs of different sites and stuff. So I got him on here. This is Trump talking about the border, illegals and stuff like that. I already did a video. I have to do this shit all over again, which pisses me off. So the reaction is going to be different. Let's move on here.
That's taking place. The drug cartels are waging war in America, and it's now time for America to wage war on the cartels. In this war, Joe Biden has sided against the United States and with the cartels. They are making more money than they've ever made before, times 10. There's never been anything like it. They're major companies. They're bigger than even some of our biggest companies. Biden's open border policies are a deadly betrayal of our nation.
CIA.
So what a lot of people don't get is that being funneled, okay, as soon as you get, if you're coming from Africa, China, Russia, or whatever, being funneled in here, you go across the ocean, across Africa, you go into South America, you funnel up, you go through the Darien Gap. The only way you get through there is through cartel help. And they run those areas in South America and Central America, all the way up through Mexico. And if you don't have money, you're not going to get protected or you will be killed, either by the cartel or by tribes in South America and Central America. And a lot of those tribes are also, let's see, what do they call it? Cannibals. They'll eat you. They still have those tribes around there. And if not one of them, that they also, you see dead bodies, there are people, and they attack them. The only way you can get through all this is by protection of the cartels that run these countries, protection. And they can also pay off authorities to look the other way when they're being funneled. So cartels, etc., are making billions of dollars. This is a trade, a human trafficking is what it is. It's a business. And now Trump's is coming in office. This is their biggest nightmare, and they're going to try and funnel as many people as possible. Yesterday I saw people be funneled through here. They had good clothes. They had showers. You can tell they had something to eat. These are not people that are trying to get away from a fascist dictatorship. These are people that have money, and they're doing stuff to this country. And
President, it will be the policy of the United States to take down the cartels, just as we took down ISIS and the ISIS Caliphate, and just as, unlike the situation we're in today, we had a very strong border, the strongest border, in fact, in the history of our country, and drugs were at a low of 45 years. There's been nothing like what we did just 2 years ago. We'll show no mercy in the cartels. Every day, drug traffickers are using the waters of our region to ship their lethal poisons to America, killing so many of our people.
Oh boy.
And ruining families. In addition to restoring strong border security, I will deploy all necessary military assets, including the U.S. Navy, to
The U.S. Navy for blockade.
Oh my God.
impose the full naval embargo on the cartels. I did that before, and it worked. What we did was incredible. We will guarantee that the waters of the Western Hemisphere are not used to traffic illicit drugs to our country. Furthermore, I will order the Department of Defense to make appropriate use of special forces, cyber warfare, and other overt and covert actions to inflict maximum damage on cartel leadership, infrastructure, and operations.
This way, technology.
He's just saying he's gonna fucking tell. Just gonna go and kill him. Oh my God.
Will designate the major cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. We will sever their access to global financial systems. I will
Jesus. Oh wow.
Yeah.
will also work to forge an unprecedented partnership with neighboring governments in our region, just like I did in Mexico. And remember, in Mexico alone, an estimated 100,000 civilians have been tragically murdered or gone missing at the hands of these cartels. The Mexican government, run by a very fine man, the president, is really working hard, but it's not
being
working
nice
out.
'cause he's not trying to work with you. But with trafficking and stuff like that, I need to do another video about this because I was chatting with Magnolia on JLR Investigates. And for me, it's like if you could pay your own way and enter this country the legal, vetted way, I'm all for anybody, being able to do that. Our country is, we're founded by migrants, and I have some Native American in me. I don't know what tribe. Should have had that looked into. I never have. And other races, stuff like that. But it's like that's who we are. The thing is, our ancestors didn't get any help when we came here. And if we could support ourselves, either we were left to die, or we had to earn our way, or else we weren't allowed in to the country. If we were sick, we would not be allowed to come in and enter the country. All these people have been, or else they stay in that staging, those staging areas for a while, actually. A lot of them, where they can also get sick, by the way. But there's a trafficking problem. A sex trafficking, human trafficking problem. And on tribal areas, like I've said, Magnolia said 300,000 kids are being trafficked. That's just the number that is going around. They don't know about the others. And these cartels need to be killed off. A lot of it. They need to be destroyed. And Trump didn't do that last time because too many people said, don't do that, don't do that, do it. They ain't going to respect anybody unless you hit them. All right? And when it comes to trafficking and sex trafficking,
Cartels are vicious and they're violent, and they have Mexico for now stymied. But we have to help Mexico, and we have to stymie the cartels. Either we will get the full cooperation of other governments to stop this menace, or we will expose every bribe, every kickback, every payoff, and every bit of corruption that is allowing the cartels to preserve their brutal reign. And it is...
Oh my God. Bro, if this happens, Holy shit.
Indeed, brutal. Finally, as I have said before, I will ask Congress to pass legislation ensuring that drug smugglers and human traffickers receive the death penalty. The drug cartel.
Amen. Motherfuckers get the death penalty. So, I mean, look, it's slavery. Just like it was back in the 1800s. Shit. Sex trafficking, what those kids and other people go through. They could be killed off any time, buried, and nobody will ever know. You know, and in these other countries, Mexico and down south, they have all these huge grave sites, dozens, you know, where they're line up dozens of grave sites, you know, buried of people, dozens and hundreds of people, and when they're brought over here, their life is forfeit in different ways. These kids and other people that are trafficked, adults. It's slavery, it's sex slavery, and the sexual acts and what they have to endure is beyond horrific.
Oh boy.
Burn,
Yep.
burn.
And their allies in the Biden administration have the blood of countless millions on their hands. Millions and millions of families and people are being destroyed. When I'm back in the White House, the drug kingpins and vicious traffickers will never sleep soundly again. We did it once, and we did it better than anybody else. There's never been a better border than we had just 2 years ago.
Oh, man.
It was strong, it was powerful, and it was respected all over the world. And now we're laughed at all over the world. And we're not going to let that happen much longer. We have to take over, we have to be tough, we have to be smart, we have to be fair. But if we don't do something immediately, our country is gone.
Bro, if that shit happens, that is going to be fucking insane. Because, like, that's kind of what happened in El Salvador. Donald Trump announces that he will...
So, in that right there, he's going on to a different subject. But, let me tell you, it was the Senate and the House politicians that said don't do that. And he's going to use airstrikes and stuff like this, which should have been done, in my opinion. If you go to war or wage any type of war, it should be to protect your own country. You know, not just protecting others. And people, this election woke the fuck up with the illegals taking our resources. And me, I'm poor myself. And I see people, I see suffering on the streets, and you see illegals taking even jobs for lower wages, which I'm willing to do myself. And companies like Tyson Foods, other food companies, they're taking illegals because they could pay them a lot less. 50% less or even less. And they say that they're needed because this is the back-asserness of the Democrats. And I don't like politicians on our side, but they really fucked people over, including migrants. They fucked them over by saying, we'll take you in to do these crops, these farms for lower than low wages. You can be a slave to them, and we'll let you be slaves to these people. We don't care about you. We're going to bring you in. Government won't care about you guys, you migrants coming over. You get paid for less. And they're saying out there needed. And the real subject matter is to be discussed about them not caring about migrants either. And very two-faced about it. But anyways, it's just all this stuff. Jobs, money and everything. And it's supposed to be about Americans first, others second. And it's a two-tier system like this has been in Europe. Anyways, leave a comment, like, take care, everybody. And